We on that road to greatness. Gotta keep pushing through the struggle, the strife, the ups and downs, the trials, the tribulations. We on that road to greatness. Yeah, eyes on the prize. We are taking it straight to the top.
David Benavidez has stated that if he can't get the Canelo, the Andrade, Caleb Plant, or the Charlo fight, then he's going to just move up to 175, man. I'm just going to tell you what I think about that. You know, Benavidez lost his belt twice. One for weight and one for sniffing. That's life, man. I'm not here to knock nobody. You know, a lot of people have been knocking him for that. Yes, in boxing, you know, you got to have some discipline, but you know, life hits you, man. That's what it is, you know. No excuses. He knows he fucked up. He should have been more disciplined, and he says it all the time. Canelo's up about to fight Demetrius Bivol next at 175. Canelo is currently the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. He holds all the straps. And many of us believe he ducked and dodged David Benavidez. And Benavidez even came out and said he was offered $55 million plus pay-per-view to fight him, and he still ain't want to smoke. So what that's telling you, man, he know what time it is with Benavidez, and I've been saying that. A lot of people don't think he can beat him. I think he has a good chance. Not saying he definitely will pull it off, but he has a very good chance of beating Canelo, in my opinion. So it's pretty obvious that he's ducking and dodging around this man and others as well, especially David Benavidez. He's definitely ducking. He don't want no problems with him, it seems like. So Benavidez saying he want to fight Canelo at 168, that's probably not going to happen. Canelo more than likely will end up vacating them titles. I mean, I'm not sure even why he's holding on to him, bro, unless he's planning to come back down. Like, don't hold them belts hostage, bro. If you're not going to go back to 168, leave him alone. I don't know what's going on with that. If David Benavidez moved to 175, you know, that's kind of like I don't know if it's an attempt to chase Canelo up there. But then, what Canelo gonna do then? Is he probably holding on to the 68 belts because he feel like Benavidez might try to move up? Then he could just bounce back down to 168 because Benavidez moved up. You know, so he don't want to let the belts go. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but Andrade is new in the division he's in. Charlo, we don't know what the fuck he doing because he's saying he'll fight Benavidez. You know, he was forced to say that. Tyson put him on the spot. He bitching up. Caleb Plant, they been having some words and stuff like that on the internet. We don't know what's going on with that. But David Benavidez's next fight is David Lemieux is coming up. So, you know, Lemieux was a little over the hill. He hadn't fought in a while. Still got his power though, you know. So we'll see how that fight turns out. I think he gonna get smoked by Benavidez. You know, I think the speed it's gonna be too much for David Lemieux. Not so much the power. It might be the power as well, but it's the speed combined with the power. Especially the speed. That might be a little too much for David Lemieux. So, him moving up to 175, is that a good idea for David Benavidez? Well, considering what's going on, if he don't get the fights, those are good fights. Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo. Those are good fights. You can forget about Canelo for right now. Just talk about Charlo, Plant, and Andrade. Andrade's moving up. People are now saying it's through the grapevine that the next fight for the Benavidez should be Demetrius Andrade. We'll have to see what happens with that. Andrade got a scrap coming up as a showcase fight in the division. Caleb Plant, we don't know what's going on with that fight. And Jamal Charlo hasn't even moved up to 168 yet. So you can really put that on the shelf. So the best that he got to go off for right now is Demetrius Andrade and Caleb Plant. You know, if he gets those fights, then fight. You know, he's going to, you know, those are good fights for him. Those are step-up fights on supposedly known names as well. Former champions and stuff like that as well. So those are good scraps for him. Different dimensions them dudes show him, especially Demetrius Andrade. But in the case he don't get those fights, him moving up is not such a bad idea. He a big dude. He already had a problem making weight before. 175 would be a good weight for David Benavidez. He's tall. And Canelo would be up there. And you got Bivol, Benavidez, you got Joe Smith, you got a lot of dudes at 175, and he would do good up there. And then if he gets up there and then Canelo still ducks him, I don't want to hear nothing about Canelo just trying to fight the best. He just trying to collect belts. I don't want to hear that shit, man. That's a clear indication of ducking. If somebody is running around, that's how you know when somebody don't want to fight somebody. Like if you in one division and then they don't want to fight you and they go up and then you go up and then they still don't want to fight you there and then they go up again and then you go up and then they don't want to fight you there again either and then they go back down. I mean, what is that, man? That's duck, man. That's straight duck juice. So Benavidez will do good up at 175, I think, man. I think he'll put some pain on some dudes up there. Dudes hit much harder up there than at 168. But David Benavidez hits hard too. We will have to see how his power translate at 175. But I think if he don't get those fights at 168, man, and Canelo's holding the belts hostage, you got to go up there. It's fucked up. It's kind of like similar to Devin Haney situation. Motherfuckers holding the belts hostage. Bro, I want to fight for the straps, man. Stop. And then at the same time, I mean, what you want him to do? People keep saying he ain't fighting nobody, but then the people that he's supposed to fight, the somebodies don't want to fight him. So what he's supposed to do is sit around, and then the more he keep fighting nobodies that people claim he's fighting, right? Then you're gonna keep talking about him fighting nobodies when these somebodies ain't giving him a shot. So he gonna have to jump up and wait and see if he can get them shots up there. So I agree with it. I'm with that. I would love to see that. Shout out to David Benavidez for being a warrior. And we will see how it plays out for him at 168 in the meantime. Anyway, this is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later in the next one. Like, subscribe. Support the channel, man, for great raw content straight from the motherfucking gangster's mouth himself. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all. I ain't no gangster. I'm just a rebel. But I'm off this. Catch y'all later. And I'm out.